On my first day of freshman year, 6 of my fellow students and I attended Mass at the Salt Lake Cathedral. Afterward, our teachers led us in singing the Salve Regina. The Old and New Testament figures above the altar and the angels from the ceiling sang the prayer back as I looked up. The reds, blues, and regal golds echoed our small chant. The cathedral was new to me. I had just moved to Utah and had met my classmates briefly the week before coming to Mass. We did not know each other or our teachers well, but the order of our school made us able to produce something beautiful in unity. I didn't know how far so few voices could carry. In my freshman theology class, I learned the principle goodness begets goodness, even though the sound we put out may not have been the most magnificent. Because we sang as beautifully as we could, the church was able to magnify it. Before I attended school at Chesterton, I went to a classical school in another state. We discussed logic, read great books, and studied beautiful art. But at Chesterton, I've recognized even more vividly that everyone's actions, whether good or bad, shape the culture of our school. And because we're able to talk about faith overtly in school, we can learn why. We're not just chasing some vague sense of excellence, but goodness that is clear, and so able to ring out. Now, in my second year at Chesterton, I've read Plato's Apology, which was Socrates' last testimony of what was important before he was executed. Socrates says, "You are wrong, sir, if you think that a man who is any good at all should take into account the risk of life or death. He should look to this only in his actions, whether what he does is right or wrong." My school has helped me to know that the highest priority in every choice I make should be the good. What does goodness do? It begets more. It branches out. The priority of many schools is to prepare the mind to aid the self corporally, to be successful on earth, to get a job. The priority of a Chesterton education is a culture of life continually seeking and acting with moral clarity, which informs and improves every choice that follows. From Socrates, we learn to choose not to care for your body or your wealth in preference to, or as strongly as, for the best possible state of your soul. Wealth does not bring about excellence, but excellence makes wealth, and everything else good for men. I do not know where my schooling will take me. I do know that it is for the good of my soul that I am here, attending Mass, praying, making art, learning to chant, defining triangles, celebrating feast days, discussing transcendentals as a school. The Chesterton Academy has made me more thoughtful than I would be without it. Our virtuous efforts will echo. My voice is small. My school is small. But if they are good, God will amplify them and use them for his will. I do not ask to see the distant scene, one step enough for me.